Property economist Jacques Toit. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Now, we've seen somewhat of an ebb and flow in terms of prices for the last 6 years or so, a financial crisis affecting it, as well as the National Credit Act. This year round, where do the prices stand at the moment?
Well, based on what has happened in 2012, we still expect a relatively low price growth in 2013, and will to a large extent be driven by the economic conditions and the impact of those on the consumer and his ability to buy property in this year.
The role of sellers at the moment, do you think they'll be getting their asking price? You can just pretend to be a fortune teller for the moment and tell us what 2013 has in store.
Yes, I believe that 2013 will still to a large extent be a buyer's market based on relatively low price growth, and the market on average being under pressure during the past 12 months. So for sellers, I think they will still battle to sell and get their asking prices. And based on recent trends, selling prices are still below the asking prices. So I believe that is a situation that will continue in 2013.
Now, despite it being somewhat of a buyer's market, as you've just mentioned, we're still seeing people renting. Is this a trend that's likely to increase?
I believe that renting will still be an option moving forward, based on consumers' financial condition. Many consumers are still suffering with high levels of debt, virtually no savings, while credit records are also a major problem in many instances. So against that background, I believe that the rental market will continue to perform relatively well compared to the buyer's market at this stage. So the rental market, I believe, will still be an option for property or not property buyers, but people that would like to live in a home. So that will definitely be an option. I don't think that the rental market will pick up major problems during the course of this year, and rental incomes will still be relatively well performing.
What about people who are looking at purchasing property, residential property to be exact, as a form of investment? What would you say to them going into this year? Is it advisable?
Yes, it is advisable, but although they must just take into account that capital appreciation will most probably remain relatively low based on forecasts for low price growth moving forward. And I believe then that they should rather look at the income that they can derive from their investment properties. So capital appreciation will be still a bit of a problem during the course of 2013.
And what about the role of politics in property? Last year we saw as a bit of instability in terms of Marikana, the fallout after that, and then towards the end of the year in Mangaung, a little bit of confidence with the introduction of Cyril Ramaphosa. As far as foreign investment is concerned in property, do you think that we're in a good place 2013-wise?
Well, I believe that the property market is always a very sensitive segment of the total economy. And one must take into account that confidence will definitely play a role there, because it is fixed and you cannot really move it. So that situation or factor will most probably also play a role in 2013. But I believe that the economic side of things will definitely be the most important factor driving the property market forward.
Well, let's leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. And that was property economist Jacques Toit.